So let's talk about Vedanta some more, as you started that point there. And let's start with Hindustan Zinc first. Zinc prices to start with gained 63% last year. This year we've seen somewhat of a correction come in, especially in this quarter itself. What is your sense with the kind of capacity that it has right now? Are you looking at further expansion? You always have been somebody who's taken a lot of pride in your cost of production as well. Where does that stand?
Hindustan Zinc is run by the people, for the people. You'll be surprised, the same people who are running Hindustan Zinc in the government era, same people are running the company. And they have increased production by 8 times, 7 times. We are the only producer of silver in the country. You know, my biggest goal at this point of time is recovery. I'm recovering silver over about 60%. How can I take it to 80%? Silver is very important because 100% silver being imported.
Correct, yeah.
You know, fertilizer. I'm saying my people, they feel it's not priority, but there may not be that big revenue as we have in silver and other thing. And I say, no, please address phosphate. We don't have a good quality. I says, this is our mindset. This is all our mindset. I'm always challenge them being in non-technical and motivate them. Go for it, and I can tell you with a lot of confidence that we will find the best of rock phosphate. We produce sulfuric acid. Why can't we produce a fertilizer plant? So this is another area where we'll be looking. I have a very strong view on the lead. Lead is so important because automobile, there's so much of lead is required. Battery making, and very important. And my heart fails, and I'm saying my people, please look at what we can explore, what we can do. So these are my thrust. You know, zinc is a very scarce metal and very, very difficult to get through. And our exploration people are doing as what they can do.
It is the 4th most consumed metal in the world.
Because corrosion is a big issue, and automobile never used to galvanize their sheet. So all this will happen. We are trying to find as much as zinc is possible, but it's very hard to find. But I'm looking, diversifying on the silver side. I'm looking more of a lead side. But we will maintain the production. We will increase the production. We are finding more. We have a 30 years reserve, and we would like to make that reserve to be maintained.
Sure. Let's talk about aluminum as well. And you have put money there as well. There have been expansions there. What is the plan going forward onto aluminum, bauxite, etc.?
Again, aluminum. Aluminum is just a dream. It has changed China. It has changed the world. The kind of creation can happen because you don't import anything. We have the best reserve of bauxite. Best reserve of bauxite. And we should convert in China produce 33 million ton of aluminum. We only produce 3 billion. And you'll be surprised, every year 10% demand is increasing. And I'm looking more of SMEs, because in the construction, in electrical, in aerospace, in the railways, wagon, everywhere aluminum is going to happen. And hundreds of factories has to come in. So we are looking at this point of time to have a 3 million ton integrated aluminum production.
You've also gone golden, haven't you? You've acquired a gold mine in Chhattisgarh. What's happening with that?
Yeah, we are looking more exploration, digging the hole. You know, the biggest thing is the forest clearance. And I really don't know. I've seen all over the world, it's not the issue. Because technology is so advanced, we exactly know what the forest is. So they can always take a view and make it as early as possible, as self-certification is possible. So we have applied for the forest clearance. Hopefully that will come. I'm very excited, and I would like to prove that India has tremendous gold.
I also want to talk to you about the metal prices. You're somebody who's always very keyed in on how the metal prices have been moving. Most of the economists again seem to be saying that the second half of this year is going to be better for metals than what we already have seen in the first half. What is your sense for the zinc prices, aluminum, copper, etc.? Where do you see stronger fundamentals, higher prices come in?
See, these are the price I feel is still in the bottom. Price is
the worst behind us though?
But still, it has a move up. If you've seen last 10-15% prices, because there's not enough resources in the world. As far as Vedanta is concerned, we are not scared about the price because we are a big fighter. We look at how, and we create the value addition. We create a new product. So I'm not looking great price changes, but 10-15% कुछ थोड़ा बहुत change हो सकता है.
Okay. You know, another very important aspect, of course, that the country is looking at is GST, the transition, the teething problems that the country is anticipating onto that, and of course the technology that we have to showcase in this case. How have you taken a view of GST into that, and what is your sense on how is it going to really impact you as an industry or as a company?
When the elephant walks, the dog barks. You know, what this government has done, three things, which the entire world admire. Demonetization, you see the article, that they have brought in the bankruptcy law, and now GST is rolled out. When such a large move happen, there is always be a short-term, some pain. But you have to look at the bigger aspect. You know, when you do the operation, there has to be some teething problem, but overall it will, if you find this so much of sales tax and octroi and so much of transaction, all will go away. And you know, it will be one stream, one line which was required. So I really welcome this move, and if you're asking my reaction, I'm saying everybody, for some time, you have to be...
Short-term pain, long-term gain,
yes,
perhaps is what we might look at.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about your international, global businesses as well. You know, you have been in talks all the time. Every time you meet a company, there perhaps is this speculation on whether you are taking a stake, taking over the company. How are the various businesses doing right now, whether it's Grazenberg or Zambia, Namibia, etc.? What's happening with those?
My focus is China, I can't. That's not my forte. But India, I love my country. Again, I'm using this word. And then Africa. We have a tremendous opportunity in Africa. So these two areas we are working because we can add value. And at the same time, I'm very keen. The purpose of life is giving back. So these are the places where we can uplift the society. We can make sure we can make a better society. So this in Africa is also a similar situation. So we are in Africa, in Zambia, we are in South Africa, we are in Namibia, and very well placed. We employ almost 20,000 people or more, and very well respected. So, and we have been working last 10 years. So we are going to expand. But I'm sure you're going to ask the question of everybody.
That is my
next. Anglo, and Anglo is my favorite company. Because it has a similar, it has started by Oppenheimer. I read the Oppenheimer book, and it has a similar character what I have. You know, he was a tremendous achiever, and that character is there in that company, and I like that company, and I've taken a very good stake in that company, and I'm looking forward, how can we work together?
What is the next step, though?
This is the step. This is the step, and we'll see what happens. Sure.
Okay. You know, when you look at the Vedanta books, the cost, the volume, the debt, all the numbers really have done well for themselves in last couple of quarters and more actually. Where do you see the debt to start with? And before you start the next leg, how do you look at the maths there?
Yeah, we have about $4 billion debt in our book. Every analyst, everybody is saying, what is next? So I'm saying, look, I'm going to put money into the oil, I'm going to put money into the iron ore, I'm going to put money into zinc, so these aluminum, so these are the areas we are going to put the money, and I'm looking brownfield, how can we expand the capacity. So also I have, as you know, that I have a very nice company called Sterlite Technology, which is a phenomenal company. I have promised to this government that we import all the glass for the TV, for cell phone, and as a semiconductor, we'll put up the plant. And we have given application for the government, and government is approving this. Once it has happened, there'll be the very large investment. And when I went to Japan, you know, the entire Japan association come to me, and then they say, if you put up this plant, we will have at least 30, 40 ancillary You know, if you produce a TV, then you have some speakers, some electronic, this, that, and they would like to make those small unit. So I'm very excited doing that. So hands are full, looking forward.
So talking about global markets, when you look at Brexit on one side and when you look at the US on the other side, because the new president did promise a lot of infra spending. We don't see a timeline for that yet. So how do you put these global dots together?
I have a very strong feel that without EU, very difficult Britain to negotiate and trade. And I'm not expert. I'm not expert. I'm watching. This is amazing country, Britain. I've been there. I'm a taxpayer there, and the administration, the bureaucracy, I find very simple, and hopefully India will have the same. US and India is quite similar. We have similar democracy.
You know, we started this year with a lot of infra spending hopes, and that really hasn't materialized. That has been one of the reasons that the metal prices saw the kind of correction that they did.
But in India, I see the Mr. Gadkari's statement, the kind of road he's building, and I'm looking the signature project of bullet train, Japanese, and I think government has the complete intention. Okay. India will have a huge spending. You know, the only thing is I'm urging again our entrepreneur, our business people, you know, come out of the shell, invest in India. This will be the best bet for us.
So what is Vedanta's roadmap now going forward? Where do you see Vedanta 5 years, 10 years from now?
World, one of the best resource company people admire. And on that footing, thousands of SMEs will work, whom we will support, being a partner, so the small companies flourish with us.
You've put your feet in a lot of businesses. Is there something else that you're looking at now where your heart lies?
I think I'm very focused. Anything below the ground is my forte, and I'll keep improving. For me, I definitely want to set an example about how the mine being closed. You know, this is a big thing, and I'm saying all my mining people, all people, is very important that what happened 50 years back, 30 years back, the mine, when you shut down, you don't take proper care. And I have 2 or 3 examples. What we did in Goa, it is a great example. We have created a tremendous...
Oh, I've been there. I've seen all of that.
This is definitely legacy I want to leave and I definitely want, if I can be part of eradicating poverty and reducing the import bill and creating tremendous job for the country, that's how I look at it.
Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much for taking your time out for us.
Thank you.